Go.
Pumpkin? Did Pumpkin get some?
She did not.
She gets Cheerios delivered right to her mouth.
Pumpkin.
Look at her. She knows. Pumpkin knows she's my princess. She knows she doesn't have to get up for Cheerios. Look at, she sees me. She knows I'm coming. I'm going to deliver these right to her mouth. Look. See that? That's how.
Oh, sorry. Give her some more. I
will.
was shutting the door behind me because
Pumpkin?
the dogs were right behind me. Dogs and Cheerio fueled pigs are never a good mix.
Millie, don't be a butthole.
Millie will be a butthole whenever she wants. So we got an exciting live stream tonight. We got the pigs are wide awake. They're amped. They're like
look at this face. How could I not deliver
hyped up on caffeine teenagers. So
Millie will clean up the mess.
and if you're just joining us, we would love, love, love for you to support Life with Pigs. You can sponsor an animal here. You can donate. In fact, if you're on Facebook, we just started a new fundraiser, and we would love for somebody to donate because it just started. So always looks better if one person donates because then other people see someone's donated. So, but we can use support. So go to lifewithpigs.com if you aren't on a place where you can directly donate and support the sanctuary. But yeah, it is a eventful night. It was pouring rain a little bit ago, and now the Cheerios are going to be gone. So, but yeah, so we just while Mallory is revving them up. Oh, Pumpkin is exiting. Yeah, get your Cheerios, kiddo. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we did our second podcast in our series about the cow Sophie that we desperately tried to rescue. That was here for a while, and then the police came and took her away from us. And like I say, her away. Like they had a search warrant because the farmer who had severely harmed this cow leading up to the situations.
Leave a little mystery.
Well, I feel like.
So be careful because the podcast we can cut out if you say anything. So be careful.
Oh, I will be. I'll be very careful.
For legal reasons, we have to.
Yeah, for legal reasons, we have to be careful. We made an agreement not to ever name them again. But we made sure that we were able to tell the story, especially because, yeah, it is the story of how Mallory and I met.
I don't want our lawyer to scold us.
What? No, she told us. She said, like, I even asked her, could we repost the Sophie cartoon just by removing their names? And she said, absolutely.
She did not say absolutely.
She said,
it was like, okay, I was supposed to say real quick. It was like,
absolutely.
When I asked Ryan, like, a hypothetical, and he hears it completely differently. She was like, technically yes, but don't do it.
No, she said we could. She said that lawyer. I know. I'm talking about Bonnie, and Bonnie said yes.
I know. Anyway, she'd also wanted.
Hey, clipped YTS.
Sorry if you're watching this, Bonnie. I'm trying to keep him under control.
She was like, "Go for it," and if you tell me I can do it. It's like when the people at the bank said I could bring Jenna there, and it's
right. Like, but they don't actually mean bring Jenna here. Like,
they said, I said,
know what that entails.
I literally said she's a 1,600-pound horned knucklehead.
The subject and getting you distracted.
No.
Look at my pumpkin. Do you see how baby my pumpkin is? That she knew.
She knew she did not have to get out.
She said, I know the Cheerios are going to be delivered to my mouth. And that is how life should be if you are Pumpkin. These guys, they can go, they can have it out over here. Pumpkin is my angel. Millie, are you wanting my love right now? Is it because I had Cheerios that you like me better? See this? Millie came and stood right here for scratches.
Like, it's weird because someone named Combat Jack said that bacon's so raw. And it's weird that he's announcing his erectile dysfunction in such a crude way on YouTube. So we're really sorry about that, Combat Jack. That is a problem you're dealing with. We have heard cutting out meat and dairy can actually help with that. So
recommend you talk to a nutritionist.
Yeah, talk to a nutritionist about that. Hey Sarah, hey Alina, glad you are here tonight. Hey.
Thank you for the Lily video. She was so cute.
Thank you, Katja. She said, you're doing great, guys. Vegan greetings from Germany. And Alina said, Millie, I love you, but I love you all. And Christian says, hi. And then Combat Jack said, some like cryptic thing about, I really need to like see a doctor about my ED. And I don't, that's his...
We'd love to talk to you about that privately.
Yeah, send us a message. We don't really want your cryptic messages about your problems. And if anyone's not watching YouTube
is the Wild West.
Wild West. So when people try to harass us, we just make it a joke. And Faith in His Grace is saying, I apparently do not really believe in God because the thing that they're saying here shows no understanding of what's in the Bible, because they just like abusing animals.
I don't think God likes abusing animals.
He doesn't. That's the weird thing. Like imagine Jesus holding a knife to an animal's throat. And if you can't, clearly it's not something you would really think he would support.
Actually,
Yeah.
A movie came out last year about that. It's called Christspiracy. You should check it out. It is all about investigating how Jesus might have felt about killing animals.
Kristen loves pigs, so thank you, Kristen.
I love pigs too. Pigs are awesome. Pigs are so wonderful and sweet. And this is, I'm sorry if anyone else has pigs, this is objectively the best pig in the whole world right here. And I know you're not supposed to like have favorites, and I don't have favorites.
Yeah.
She's just objectively like the sweetest.
And you can see
from the others that they are not vying for the sweetest pig. This is
Charlotte just wants to be top pig.
Charlotte wants to
and get what she wants. And as long as she gets that, she wants to be
loved.
loved, but she wants to be, she wants us to know who's top pig, and that is her.
Millie just wants, I don't know what Millie wants. I'm clear.
Sarah wants to know, do your pigs shred all fabrics? Yes, except for the bed. That, like, for some reason, this bed here, like, I don't know what it is about it, but they have not. We thought it would last a day, and I mean, it's like...
This bed, if you got a bed this big and you thought it would last a day, then I would have not.
I got it for us.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, like, it is weird. We have yet another... It's like, I don't know, like, people must have read our description wrong, but, Asados y Perdios says, I have ED as well. I mean, I'm loosely paraphrasing, but,
We don't want to hear about your erectile dysfunction, please. Thank you. See a doctor, see a nutritionist. Cut out meat is going to help you so much.
Sarah says, we joke Hamilton, their pig, has his nest in our room, and it's all shredded. Yeah, it is. Typically, the blankets have holes in them, and...
No, but, they're not holes, okay? It's a face covering. So Pumpkin takes the blanket, wraps herself up in it, and then rips a hole so just her snout or a part of her face is there, but she keeps her ears warm. And as someone who has cold ears, I really understand exactly why she's doing that. So I don't know what you guys are talking about ripping up fabrics. They're just making face holes.
It's very true. Alina, I blocked them for you. Definitely offended to share a planet with people like that as well. And then Asados y Perdios said something, but I'm not sure what it means. So if anyone knows, translate for me, because for some reason there's no translate button on YouTube, or I would do that. Sorry, I'm like missing everyone else's comments. How do we sleep?
Hi, Jenna.
Sorry, how do we sleep? So they sleep in the living room, so it's quiet out here. They go to bed and then they don't wake up. You're welcome, Alina.
Hi, Jenna.
Let's see, where are we? Sorry, there's so many comments going on. I'm
Do you
like,
need help? Do you want me to take over?
no, I got this. And Russo said, hey, kiss the pigs for me. And which is, my daughter's name is Russo, but it's R-O... No, it's R-O-U-S-S-E-A-U. This is R-U-S-S-O. So I may mispronounce it, but because I'm so used to saying my daughter's name Rousseau, and I think it's Russo. I don't know. Like there's a very subtle difference that my mouth cannot fully get. Elizabeth said, Mallory.
How I ripped the dog's bed.
Thank you,
Don't rip the
Elizabeth.
dog's bed. Don't let her rip that.
She's just getting the chair as I accidentally dropped in there.
All right, I apologize for her.
Elizabeth said, I will. In a sec. Mallory, you look good in green, which I agree with. I always try to get her green. She always tries to wear gray, and I try to get her to wear green.
I don't know why I have so much gray, but I do. Which I didn't really realize until my husband pointed it
Dog mom guy try said, "Lucky pigs, I will donate, but how?" So you can donate right there on Instagram. There should be a button, or you can donate at lifewithpigs.com, and there's like a way you can donate or sponsor a pig.
They're butt to butt.
I hear you.
Come here.
There's like an active crowd of
Okay,
questions
so
going on
after
here.
you answer their questions, look how cute this butt to butt
Oh,
scenario is.
they are cute.
It's so cute. Just booty to booty. I love pig
Although
butts
you're
and I
kind of
cannot
in the
lie.
way. It's mostly
sorry.
your head.
Sorry. I
Um,
love pig butts and I cannot lie.
and then Sylvia said they love lying on their bed. They're so cute. They really are cute. I'm running all over here. How old are they? Millie is 7, Pumpkin is 13, and Charlotte is 8. And let's see. Alina says Mac dash Ryan and Mallory are so classy. I get really angry with the rude comments. So
Yeah.
it's
us
bizarre.
Too. Us too.
Yeah.
We just have different days. I feel more angry about them, and yeah, just sort of forced to get used to it at some point. So I hear you.
Jessica is hiding somewhere, says hello from down under. No, I'm just kidding. She's in Australia. The pigs are all so cute. I only know how to do dad jokes. Again, if you're on Facebook, sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments here, I think, but we do not have any donations currently on our fundraiser there, and we would love for you to be the first. So I just started it today. Shannon says I would love to snuggle the pigs. It's very, very wonderful. Why Instagram's pausing due to connection?
Trying to fight. What happened?
No, it was just a pause in the connection on
You
Instagram.
can turn off the Wi-Fi.
No, it's okay. It's fine now. Hello, Shar Shar. I know.
I
Because Mallory will lay down and just like leave me to make it entertaining watching her snuggle.
It's not my fault. Like pig magic is real. It's like this aura. It reaches out, and if you get like within their sphere, they just pull you in to cuddle, and it's like you can't resist, and time just goes by, and it feels like you're like Van Winkle. Like you're like, oh, I've been laying here for like a minute, and then it's like 5 hours, and you're like,
it's true.
Who knew? Pig magic is the cause. It's not your fault. If you get stuck with pigs,
And
because they have pig magic.
Cello Parker, who plays the cello, which is Mallory's favorite instrument, says, "Why would people be rude about pigs?" We wonder the same thing. All the time. And then Russo said, I have never seen pigs get up so fast from my nap. So
yes, there is one thing that makes pigs go very fast, and that is one of their favorite snacks. So, or being late for dinner. And
yeah.
if you see a pig that's running, there is a good chance that pig realizes that dinner has already been served, and they are missing it, and that's why they are running their little hearts out.
And it could be iceberg lettuce, and they will do anything to get there. Oh, I haven't even got to the thing I wanted to talk to you about. So
let's get everyone settled first.
They are definitely some happy babies. Yeah, Mallory definitely does fall into her pig love vortex. Yeah, she will lay down. I prep her beforehand.
What? I was here first.
Oh, cello player said no way. Cellists and redheads. That's awesome. I mean, I wish Mallory was a cellist. She wants me to be a cellist.
Yeah.
But she loves hearing the cello.
I love hearing the cello. I don't play the cello, but I do love hearing.
But maybe you just meant that redheads are awesome. Which I agree with.
I'm a little biased, but I do tend to agree with that statement.
Like, I was never like, oh, I'm gonna like marry a redhead, or even like, I was never thinking like, hey, I'm gonna end up with a redhead in any scenario. I was like trying to keep them as. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say keep them as far from me as possible. This is a joke. But then I met Mallory, and I thought this is the most beautiful woman that has ever existed.
And in my defense, I warned you.
She did.
I sent you actual documented evidence.
She sent me the video of what was it?
I don't know how well this is aged, so I just want to preface this by saying, in the times that we're in now, this may not have aged super well, but it's actually hilarious. It's called the Hot Crazy Matrix. And if you Google it, a video will come out of a man in detail explaining the Hot Crazy Matrix.
And she shared it with me, and I still fell for it and was lured into her trap.
How crazy you can be is directly tied to how hot you are. And so.
And my baby is hot.
And I sent you that video, and I was
did.
Listen, redheads are discussed. I wasn't trying to say anything about my looks. I said redheads are talked about in here specifically.
Yeah.
So.
Sarah said my fiance is a redhead. That's awesome.
Hey, redheads are fabulous.
Well, it's funny. Like, I know we've
a little red.
We've shared this before, but we were walking down the street at the time, like when we first met, and someone walked up to us and was like they had like a weird way of going about it, but essentially their statement was, "I hope you two have kids together."
Well, first they were like, "Are you guys brother and sister?"
Yeah.
We were like, awkward.
Yeah, like, why are you asking us this? And then after that, they said, "Oh, good, because I'm hoping you guys end up together and have a kid together." So,
Like,
and we did.
The only thing preventing us from doing that is
Yeah.
being brother and sister, apparently. Which is
I mean, we haven't had the kids yet.
Pig hair, sorry. If you have pigs, you understand. If you don't, it's probably weird.
Oh yeah, it's that season. Sorry, there's so many comments. Susan, says you are beautiful. Sorry, not you are beautiful. I mean, you were probably beautiful too, Susan, but I can't see you. But sorry, I just started to say it, and I didn't want to be like, no, you're not. Kalina says the story of how we met is awesome, which we like get a little more detailed on our latest podcast. I'm gonna let you guys in now that
not many people can say they had a high-speed car chase.
Yes.
In the early days of their relationship.
Yeah.
And high speed is like relative. It was higher speed than I would never want to
You
do
were-
a car chase at all. It was faster than I would like. I would say that.
So we haven't had a kid yet. So that being the one incomplete scenario of that hope of that man. So far, we have not fulfilled his prophecy. Was it like a prophecy? I don't know. But
I feel like you kind of was that guy like in a movies. It's like the angel or something that comes out of nowhere and is like, I don't know. But anyway.
Let's see my.
Way to not make this awkward, Ryan.
Sorry, my brain just goes all over the place. So
Millie.
Caitlin says I want one. I assume they mean the
You want
pig.
that? You want that? Fiona was coming to defend me.
Charlotte.
Fiona, you're
D Grouch.
Millie,
D Grouch.
Millie started with this.
Oh, sorry, Erwin.
5 minutes.
Erwin Curtis is talking about his erectile dysfunction as well. So we'll just go ahead and.
I don't want to hear about your ED. That's gross.
Yeah, really,
God.
really. Take it somewhere else. This is not
doctor.
the
See
ED
a doctor.
place.
Cut out meat. It's really bad for that.
Yeah.
Fiona,
So yeah, my.
Fiona's gonna go eat rabbit food to console herself. Because Charlotte was.
So the topic. Elizabeth said Jenna would love a baby. Yeah, that would be an interesting combo. Jenna, sorry, I can't really see. Yeah, Jenna would just chase me with the baby and, love to probably lick their head because, babies always have like a little bit of, baby.
A lickable head.
Little baby funk.
Babies have lickable heads.
They have like baby funk going on. Patricia likes
Is that
the
what you
pigs
like your
grunting like,
Because you have hat funk?
like I think I have like, probably like some good sweat or something. But I mean, she also just loves me. So it's like, she doesn't lick anyone else's head. So.
I love you, Millie. What? She was like loving me a minute ago, and now Millie is so angry. And then Charlotte's getting upset because Millie's getting upset.
Annalena agreed. There is a lot of erectile dysfunction tonight. Susan had a sister named Charlotte. That's awesome. Like, I love when we meet little kids named Charlotte and they're just like amazed because like Charlotte will be with us and they'll just be like, wow. What was I gonna say? Oh, so the topic, we have like 12 minutes here left and I haven't even got to my topic. We're not gonna necessarily talk about it tonight, but what I thought while we were doing our podcast is that
Sorry,
no, it's okay.
Let's apologize to the people who probably looks weird to.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm picking
Keeping Mallory focused on
It's just it's really loose and it comes out when you kind of do that. So
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, sorry. Focus.
Got it. And thank you for all the badges and stuff on TikTok. I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of stuff. But
I'm focusing really hard now.
so the topic, hey, Bharat P, I just
Say it.
is we should share Sophie's story on our direct page more often. And the reason I say that is because one, it's very interesting. I think people would be engaged to know it. The second part being we failed to get Sophie back, which, I think goes without saying because she's not here. But telling Sophie's story may help other Sophies not happen. And so I think it's a challenge in some ways, but I think it would be.
Yeah, it's just selfishly, it's very traumatic for me. And so I'm not opposed to it. I think, we kind of I think two things.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to doing that, but I think one, it's traumatic to sort of relive.
Say, this is why I waited to tell you live, so we can get like the direct reaction to it.
It's depressing because we failed to do what we wanted to do. You know, it's not a good story. I feel like all of our rescue stories are like happy endings. Like everyone here is like a happy ending, and we had one animal who did not have a happy ending, and that sucks a lot. But those are like personal feelings that I have about it, not the truth. And I think you're absolutely right that like I'm gonna just assume she's dead by now. Like I feel like there's very little chance that she's still alive, or even has been for some time. And so something potentially. I hate to say like it wasn't in vain because it was. It was completely in vain. Like there was no reason that should have happened to her. There's no reason any of the animals that get killed for food need to have that happen. So it's always completely in vain. However, maybe something good could come out of it, of sharing her story.
I think, yeah. I mean, and you know, I'm
dead and she doesn't get to know
like,
that.
and thank you to Ella Parker. She said hugs for you guys and Sophie. Yeah, I mean, we like gave it our all, and it, you know, kind of came to like a unhappy climax of we were let down by a lawyer who we think really had a shot to get her back based on all that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like I think that's also my thing too. Is I'm always like, did we do enough? You know, did we really do enough? I don't know. Like, we really. I'm not saying we didn't, but like, we did more than.
We're gonna. Well, I think we'll get into that while we do the podcast.
But I have like as a third reason of like this sort of like. Feeling is like. I don't know. It was hard though. Like objectively, you're like, oh, just keep going. But like when you're like emotionally invested and like. Nobody cares about this animal, and it's just like it's really hard. And someone is
Susan.
threatening to kill you, and actually trying to kill you at one point, like actually like threatening. It's very scary. And then you know, legal stuff happened. Like all of it was just very like enough to wear you down. And so I look back at it and I'm like, did we do enough? But I just remember how tired and traumatized like we were going through that.
Yeah.
And like barely hanging on to like functionality. So.
Sorry, Odin's wants to go. Yeah, no, I hear that, and I remember.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I think
no, yeah, like I mean, you saying that reminds because like my brain, like hey Paula, my brain lives in like this moment. Oh yeah, and the warrior announced his erectile dysfunction as well. Like we really we get it. We get it.
Not the point in the conversation to do that.
Yeah.
There's never a point, but like this is definitely not that.
So but yeah, I wanted to say, like I remember that now, and it was so traumatizing to the point where I think I think it's fair to say we just like burnt out. I mean, like
I feel horribly guilty about that.
But we had like so much that was going against us that it felt hopeless because of like just the amount of evidence we had.
Yeah.
One, proving our case. Two, proving the police didn't care. And so I think, it was kind of like beating your head into a wall for, like 2 years.
It's hard to know what's going to work. Too.
Yeah.
Like,
well, then, like I say, and then it ends in this lawyer basically being like, I think we can achieve this, and then dropping the ball, which we'll go into more detail. But, it really, I think that crushed us because it was like at that point, because of their actions, like we ended up in a position where we were basically like, how do we just not end up owing $1 million because of some lawsuit? So
we did get sued for $1 million each.
Yeah, we got sued for $1 million each.
And like now I look back on it and I'm like, Harvey's like, screw that, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
But when you're actually faced with $1 million lawsuit and you're like, what do we do? File bankrupt? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do in that scenario? Like, it's different, like, when it happens. And I feel like I think some guilt that, like, that is how, I mean, we pursued it still. We didn't stop, like, in the face of that. But it definitely was, like, disheartening. So.
Yeah. Alina said, you can't feel guilty. You gave it your all, and you were up against the powers that be. And I think at the end of the day, the reality is, like, the amount that, like, I mean, like, Mallory does not work for the company that she worked for at the time anymore. And it's safe to say that most of your time working for them was spent working for Sophie.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, it's off the record. Sorry.
Off the record, only before and after work.
But, yeah, only before.
I could wink.
Yeah. Mallory cannot wink. She has.
It's weird.
She winks like what's his name in the where he's like, I've never done drugs, Meredith, in the
He winks way better than I
get
do.
to the what was it? Get me to the oh gosh. It's got Noah or Jonah Hill in it, but I can't think of the other guy's name. Sorry, yeah, I'm just trying to get it all in. We are in Eastern time zone, Susan. But anyway, so yeah, what I thought today while we were talking about it, I was like, I said probably more colorful language in my head, but I said, holy crap, like this story is so powerful because it has so many elements. Like one, the cruelty of farmers. You know, a farmer who's willing to say, I love killing animals. You know, I kill what?
Don't get too.
I won't. Yeah, and
Ryan likes to get very gesturing with his hands. Sometimes he's got a knife in his hand and he's talking and he's gesturing. And
I'm using the knife for cutting food, like not for just. I don't just walk around playing with a knife, but yeah. Sorry.
Powerful story.
Yeah, so it's like this really powerful story. There's just these horrendous things that happen. The police clearly were just corrupt beyond corrupt. And it has a sad ending to an animal that had a chance to make like this amazing comeback and had started to here. And
it's like we just don't have that happen. Like we don't have sad stories here. I mean, there's things that happen that are sad, like health issues, but like everyone here gets a happily ever after.
But I think that might be part of our problem sometimes is that we're not willing to show that sort of vulnerable side because we want to.
And they go, well, and well-meaning questions. People write and they're like, well, what happened with Sophie? You know, why did you do this? Did you?
Yeah.
And they want to, and like those questions aren't intended to be mean, but I feel guilty when I hear that because I'm like, did I do enough? Did I do enough? Did I do enough? It's like. We literally had to go fight, you know, $1 million lawsuit, like with no money, you know what I mean, and trying to find a lawyer that would take it and for like a very small amount of money.
Well, and I mean, when you've got someone who's willing to pour out endless money
and who will kill you
to press charges against
and
you,
will try to kill you and not yeah,
it's just you know, it's like at the time, like for me, it was like put me in jail, have a criminal record. I don't care because I just care about helping animals. And I believe the people who support us, if they know I'm doing something for the good of animals, are going to be like, hey, let's support him more rather than like, oh my gosh, he's a criminal because he tried to save a cow. Yeah. So I wasn't worried. But Mallory at the time had like, you know, an HR job that, you know, survival depended on. And so, you know, it made a difference in terms of what she could have on her record at the time. And they would just pump charges at us, which you have to spend money to defend yourself against, especially in a place where they don't demand any kind of evidence.
Well, that was the other thing, too, is I think we had to, like, also at some point evaluate, like, the money that was going into that and, like, I hate to say that, because, like, there's never, like, I would not do anything for any of our animals no matter how much it costs. I wouldn't be like, oh, but I could save these other animals if I lived. Like, I would never do that and think that way. But at some point it was like, are we going to get anything out of this? Is she going to be saved? Are we wasting our money? And no one's listening.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares. We're making literally zero progress with anything on this. And we've been spending all this time doing it. And so it was like, are we potentially, like, not using, you know, this money that we have in a way that's like, you know, are we just basically throwing it into the void? So you got me all worked up. Now I'm like all amped.
Cello Parker said Sophie's story is there for a different purpose. I think her story could really help others understand. And I kind of feel like
I think so too.
I think that's 6 years later, you know, like 4 years.
Really 6 years.
I mean, it's been like 6 years since it started.
Wow.
And so 4 years, you know, or yeah, I mean, this year when our wedding anniversary, it'll be 4 years, right?
That's right.
So 4 years since it like kind of came to an end. I feel like it's sort of that time when it's like, you know, yeah, we can't say where this happened, but it's like I don't even think that's the point. You know, at this point,
it can be found out too.
Yeah, I mean, it can be found out. But
Google is your friend.
Yeah, like but I think the point is.
And a disclaimer: we are not suggesting that anyone
don't Google it.
should do anything or say or in contact anyone or anything like that. We
yeah,
say that
not at all. Like at this point, I don't think there's anything to be gained by
It doesn't count. Can they use it against me if I can't wink and I try to wink? Does that really count as a wink?
You didn't wink. Like, you just did something stupid with your face. But I think it's very cute when you try to wink.
I'm just saying, no contact anyone.
It's like a bad blink. It's like anyway. But yeah, so to sort of sum this up, because we're on about 30 minutes here, and you know, I think
So dark.
I think my hope would be now we can take the trauma and turn it into triumph by like really.
Ooh, I saw what you did there.
I mean, but yeah, like just take it and turn the story into something that like makes a difference, because we couldn't make a difference for her, but like there's thousands every day of other hers going through that situation where, you know, nothing will be done if they're suffering, and they'll eventually
Yeah.
be, you know, killed by someone who doesn't care about them. I think I said this, but thank you, Paula, for the donation. And yeah, if anyone on
Oh, thank you
Facebook
so
wants to
much.
donate, we'd love that, because right now our fundraiser's up and it doesn't look like we've, you know, had a donation yet. So that makes Mallory a sad panda.
Tesla's
There's a
coming
Tesla.
out. She heard that Nolan's donated
Yeah.
on Facebook, and she was
Donate
like,
for
"What?"
our beautiful one-eared bunny. Which
There's
was,
still-
reminder,
Oh, we need
not
updates
an
on
elective
everybody.
surgery.
We need to give we said we're really bad at giving health updates.
Yeah,
So
do
we're gonna
that.
do that real quick. So Tesla here, her ear, we've been trying to keep it clean. You can look at her if you want, or Charlotte's squeaking, my companion. Tesla's ear, she had it removed because she had ear cancer. That should hopefully solve the problem, but we keep having issues with it like getting infected, or like the hole healing and like it like scabbing over, and so we want to keep it open so that she can continue to hear, but it's kind of gross because now it's like all pussy. So we've been diligently cleaning it every night, but we're probably going to reach back out to the vet and just make sure that we don't need to be putting in something else like antibiotics or something, because it's kind of pussy. The vet, she looks so sad. The vet had to go in and reopen it, which was a horrible experience for her after having the surgery and everything, and months, and so that was yucky. But she's a trooper. She's hanging in
Jessie.
there. We love her a lot. So yeah, that is going on with that. Annie's lip is gone. So
good.
that's coming out in a couple days. But Annie's lip seems to be just fine. So thank goodness that's something that passed. We've been back on lasering Bonnie, our sheep with arthritis in her back. Now that we know that it's actually her back that's the problem. It got really, really cold, and we got COVID. So we, for like 2 or 3 weeks there, I think we, didn't really do much lasering. So we're really giving it a solid try again. Still really we saw progress like the first day, and then I haven't really seen much. So I'm like super bummed. I know laser can do fantastic things, so I know it's probably just keeping up with it and monitoring it. But I don't know. I always hope there's going to be like some big miracle, because she gets around, but like she just kind of like has that limp, like her back hurts. And we put the mats down, which thank you everyone who donated for that. Thank you so much, because that has made a world of difference. Like I can see her just walk like so much better, so much safer, easier for her. So I know that she's a lot more comfortable having like a more solid ground. And then the drainage system is in process. The guys come out and mapped some stuff out, so we're in progress with that. So that's going to make everything better, but it just sucks to see she's in pain. And then she doesn't really like what do you call that, bleat,
Yeah.
she doesn't really do that anymore. And I wonder if
Sorry, we're gonna have one phone die soon here.
okay,
So if you wanna,
I wonder if like it's because her back hurts.
it could be.
So.
Do the Odin update real quick, so we don't miss
Odin
it before.
is eating. We're so happy. Odin has kidney disease, and he lost his appetite completely as a result of it. And we were trying to switch him over to a new diet, which is the only thing you can really do to help kidney disease. And if a dog won't eat, obviously, like, that's a big problem. So we got him on an appetite stimulant. Ryan has been cooking all these different things diligently, and he's been eating, knock on wood, for a few days now, breakfast and dinner, like, enthusiastically. So Odin is on the road, so that's good news.
Yeah.
Elton, our rooster, is, like, doing totally fine. His color has been, like, perfect. He, like, almost died last year, and, like, had some weird like respiratory and then like digestive system issue that's just like totally cleared, it looks like. knock on wood again, but
So yeah,
that's
so
that.
everybody seems to be doing pretty well, and like hopefully we'll have good news about Bonnie soon. But yeah, so again, you can support our animals by donating, and you can sponsor an animal if you want to be directly linked to an animal by doing that. But we
Charlotte loves
always have
sponsors.
tons of things that we need money for. The expenses never stop, so we love all of you for supporting us, and we will probably be back soon. Probably tomorrow or maybe the next day. So I know tomorrow where it's going to be late. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. Pumpkin look like a baby elephant when she sleeps. I'm sick of it. You're not a baby elephant.